Guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. This is a little bit of a different intro, and for those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Jeff, and this is where I share my personal passions from guns, cars, and watches on occasion. In this case, we are talking about cars. So I am taking delivery of a C-Class 300 2022 redesign. Yeah, it's kind of random. And no, I didn't get rid of the C8. The Corvette's still at home. Wife is happy. This is Elijah, which is our salesperson. So we are here at Hunt Valley Mercedes taking delivery of this object back here. And yeah, it's raining, so you know, it is what it is. And back there, this stud muffin over there, that is Troy. You may have seen him in previous videos doing photography. He takes amazing photos. And I apologize for the noise. All them cars over there are making all that noise. So we're gonna be checking out this car. Elijah has been freaking awesome, very chill. The place just makes you feel like you're at home.
So we have the C300 22 redesign here in pearl white with 18-19 spoke rims. It's a beautiful car. It's got the new redesigned Mercedes-Benz logo here.
That's awesome. I love the white on this. I really do.
Automatic adjusted Mercedes-Benz LED performance, high performance headlights. We have blind spot monitoring.
Oh, I love that.
Standard. If we open the door here, and I'm sorry it's raining, but we're gonna get your car a little bit wet.
Sorry.
We have the touch panel over here on the door frame. This is for seat adjustments. We have the lumbar support on the door here, so you're nice and comfortable while you're driving. My back's getting all wet, so I'm not gonna sit down in the car.
I don't care if you sit in it, dude.
This is a patented design of the steering wheel. Mercedes is the only car that's gonna have this here. Nobody else can replicate the wheel as far as the dimensions of it, the size of it, and how it feels in your hand.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Walking all the way around the back of the car. Have the classic C300 look on the car. This is something that Mercedes recycles through their cars, especially there's going to be redesign on the 23, but from 20 to 22. This was something they kept off your trunk here just to show the depth of the car.
Yeah, I like how this is automatic and you have a choice to lock the car afterwards or close it automatically. It's got a lot of space.
Yeah, nice and deep here in the space. Both seats come down if you need them to, if you want to put something long in there. If you
so that's what this latch is right here, right?
Yeah, exactly. You could pull on that. Seats will come down. There's no lip to get in the way. I know some car designs have a little lip there as the seats come down. This is completely flat all the way through. Touch activated. We have a little slot here. Only premium. Really nice and easy to take out. There's no clicks. You just kind of spin it in.
Yeah.
It latches on.
What's your favorite part of this car?
The interior.
Yeah.
I love the interior. I love the EQ dynamics of it. Oh, yeah. EQ is the electric aspect of it. Mercedes did a good job of separating the interior of the vehicle, meaning that the battery, it runs on EQ. EQ is rechargeable as the car starts.
Right.
It's going to activate the center panel, your odometer. It's going to run the AC. So the engine is specified for the engine aspect of it. The electricity is specified to the EQ, so there's never any gaps as you're pressing the gas. It's almost instant. If you notice while you're driving, as soon as you accelerate, it just takes off right away.
So for those of you that don't know, this has a mild hybrid system.
Yes, mild hybrid system. So it's
not your typical hybrid system. I believe it's located in the transmission, if I'm not mistaken.
It is, yeah, it is.
And this is a 9-speed transmission, and it's pretty damn smooth. And no, you would never know this was a hybrid if you were driving this car. You would have no clue. Yeah. There's no light up blue telling you hybrid. There is no lightning bolts, no nothing. You wouldn't know. We're in the inside of the C-Class 300, and Elijah is going to go over everything, and then we got some guests in the back. Say, Troy, hi, say hi. There you go.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Troy, what is your Instagram or your Delta? I don't even know what your stuff is called.
Instagram tag is MK8_Troy.
I'm not going to remember that.
No,
so.
He puts it wrong on the video.
Do you have one?
Half the time.
No, I don't. But
so
maybe after this, I probably
his Instagram is no, I don't.
Don't search that. It probably exists.
It probably exists.
This is the only car left.
Yeah. It's the only car.
You're blessed to get it.
All right, so let's talk about that really quick. This guy is very busy, so I know he has a lot to do. When we came in, and we were looking at a different vehicle, and it turned out it was just too small. I'm not going to say what it is because it's irrelevant, but This was the only car left in a C-Class that had the options that I even liked at all. And originally, I did not think I was going to want white.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm very happy that I did. This car is amazing. So you want to explain to that? So was this car recently delivered?
This car was recently delivered. All of our cars that come in now have a down payment on them, so they're pretty much owned as they're getting dropped off. Every car has a name on it.
Right. My
pretty
seat's
much
moving, dude.
Yeah, it's
So weird.
This car, unfortunately, the owner of this car that put their down payment backed out of the purchase, so it became available again, which is why when you came in, we had it available on the website, and I actually pulled it up in front of you so you can see versus the car that you didn't want to buy.
I see what you did. You see what he did here? You see what he did? By the way, I've been telling you, the sales representative here, the manager, everybody here is just amazing. Yeah. You want to comment on that, babe? Yeah, amazing.
Perfect. We're coming back.
Okay. See, that was really quick. So back to the car.
C-Class and the S-Class have the most tech in them.
Right.
We call the C-Class the baby S because they literally replicate the S-Class and just make it a little bit smaller. So that's something cool about the C-Class. They're always gonna be the first ones to get new technology. They're gonna be the test class, and then it's gonna be implemented into the S, and then eventually into the E, into the GLC. On the map, you have a few settings. Right now we're in 2D, which is bird's eye view. We can set it to face north at all times, or we can set it to 3D, which is kind of like behind your car, and the map will move as you're driving around. To go back to home screen, it's this button here. We have 8 features here. My favorite feature is going to be in comfort. It's going to be this, so we'll have to start the car here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just press that button.
There you go.
Now, do I have to put my foot on the brake to start this?
You do. You have to put your foot on the brake, press the start stop ignition button, and then the car will start. Right next to the start stop ignition button is also the auto off on button. This activates as you're at a red light. The engine will shut down. Your EQ will stay on, meaning that you can still operate everything as you please. When you let go of the brake, your engine kicks back on and you can accelerate freely.
Yeah, so far I don't feel it. And if any of you guys are already wondering, yeah, I already test drove the car, so I'm guilty. It's not a true reveal, but yeah, you don't feel the hybrid at all. You don't feel any of the activation for the engine stop or start whatsoever. So if that's a concern, you don't have to worry about it in this particular model.
To go into the seats, we have C kinetics in this vehicle. This is an additional option for the C300. This is probably my favorite part about it. C kinetics allows you,
this is crazy,
to control the program length of it, meaning that maybe you can feel your seat move already, but what it does is you can set it to backrest or the seat surface. So every 32 minutes or about every 32 minutes, the seat will slightly adjust its seat position.
All right, slow down. All right, you're gonna have to work with me on this one. I'm a little slow on this.
I got you.
So
what it does?
No, I got all that. So let me understand this. You can program this for every so many minutes to readjust the seat to your height, or just in general?
It's going to be set to your height already. So if you go to automatic seat position, which you already did, it's already set to your height here in inches, and you can start the positioning. So we can start the positioning and you can feel,
oh damn, okay,
the seat repositioning to where Mercedes feels that, or how Mercedes feels like you should be sitting.
This is crazy.
Where your steering wheel should be. Arm length as well gets activated into that feature. Mercedes is talking to us. We're just gonna mute her here. C kinetics, we're gonna activate it for driver's side. What it does is every 32 minutes, the seat will slightly alter its position so that you never get a dead leg or a dead bud. You never get any cramps in your back. So
it'll keep on. Oh, it's doing it now.
Yeah, it's doing it now.
Oh, man.
The idea behind this is to make sure that you feel fresh as you're driving the car. You never get tired. You know, it kind of wakes you up a little bit as well, because your seat kind of lifts up and you're like, oh, I gotta pay attention, you know.
Oh, this is so cool.
Heating settings, additional steering wheel heating. This is gonna be on. This is automatic, meaning that if the temperature drops to a certain degree, your steering wheel will start heating up automatically. The light is pretty cool too. Ambient light runs all the way. It's bright out, so I mean you don't really see it.
Right.
It runs on the door panel. It runs on your dash. So if you have ambient lighting running on your dash as well. It goes all the way around. There's multicolor wheels. There's multiple rotating colors as well. They'll just jump through these colors. Malibu Sunset, it changes the color from the front to the back. Your monogram is here, so you can literally pick any color on the color wheel that you want.
Wow.
your effects are here. Warning when exiting, it's gonna give you as you open the door, it's gonna light up. You can turn that feature off. Multicolor animations is pretty cool. It creates you can read yourself, but it creates animated color changes within the selected color scheme. So
this is crazy. So
if you go to multicolor, it'll rotate through these colors.
So this doesn't have, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's an option to get an additional light package, right?
There is.
And that would put it inside the air vents as well, and then down here through the sides.
Through the sides, and it'll also add an extra feature on the door, so when you open your door, the Mercedes logo will
this has that.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Mercedes logo will illuminate on the ground for you. Back to the car. So we'll go back to the home settings where you have your 8 options here. We'll go back to app. I kind of skipped over it, but if you go to the Mercedes Me here, it's gonna tell you everything that Mercedes can do for you.
Seats moving.
As far as accident recovery, digital assistance, emergency call. This is kind of just like a breakdown of what's available in the vehicle.
So crazy.
Going back home again, the settings. Settings is where you control the activated brake assist. Activated brake assist is a very, very intricate safety feature. If the car senses that you're approaching a vehicle at a high speed or rate, or if you're backing up, like we found out today.
That just happened. I made a complete beep out of myself backing this car up to get it set up for this video, and the car just stopped.
Yeah, it just stops. If you're approaching a vehicle, it senses the car in front of you and it'll activate the brakes for you if you're not braking yourself. That's a feature you can turn on and off. I'm not sure why you want to turn it off, but it's there for you. Attention assist, if you are driving for an extended period of time, Mercedes will recommend a cup of coffee.
Are you serious? Bro, that's so funny, man.
That's gonna show up on your odometer here. You're gonna have a green cup of coffee light up here, and it's gonna say, hey, you should stop. You should get out of your car. You should walk around. You should stretch.
Could you imagine, right? Could you imagine that board meeting when they're all sitting there? I think we should do coffee. No, I think we should do a toilet sign. You know what I mean? In case you guys gotta go to the bathroom after a long drive, we should put a toilet. So obviously they chose coffee.
They chose coffee. I think smarter.
Yeah.
Or a person standing with a peace sign.
The toilet sign just. If you're on a business call for too long in the car, it should put a little beer bottle on there.
Right. Take a break. Right. Manual shifting. We have paddle controls on the car here, so you can turn on manual shifting, which is pretty cool. Automatic gas station search. If you're ever low on gas, you can turn this on. There, it's going to search for gas stations in your area. It's going to pop up with a warning sign on your heads-up display here, and it's going to tell you where the closest gas station is.
Right.
I'll give you turn-by-turn direction as well. Comfort mode. Your roof roller sign blinds behind you. You can have those on, which we have them on.
Yeah, this is really cool.
You can turn them on.
It's got dual panoramic roof. Hard to film while we're inside the car, but that's what it has.
Easy entry to the vehicle. When you unlock your car, depending on which key fob you're unlocking it with, it's going to restore the seat to the position that was last saved to the key fob. The cup holders are cool. You can adjust the size of the cup holders by just folding them over, clicking them down, pulling them back up. There's also ambient light inside of here, which will light up at night.
Yeah, currently.
You can demonstrate that. It's a nice. Yeah.
One down there. Wow, that's it. Yeah. Now I learned it also that there was an option to have wireless charging here.
Yeah, that is an option.
I wish I would have had that, but you know, it is what it is. Not a huge deal. Yeah. So you have an option for wireless charging. This does come out. You can rotate it left or right. I also saw the lock sign down here. So from what I understand, you can recharge your key fob?
Your key fob. You drop your key fob in there. I would suggest doing it every time you drive. Just drop it in there. It'll start recharging your key fob. You're good to go.
Now, is there a symbol on the key fob that shows up?
Just face it down with buttons up.
Okay.
The button's looking at you.
So where do I want to put it? Just right here on this key symbol?
Yeah, just right here. You can slide it here. You can also put it in your cup holder, which is an option as well.
How would you put it in your cup holder long ways?
You just drop it down in there, or the butt, you can put the butt down on there and it'll start charging.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool feature. And the seat positions, you have 3 options here. You can get up to 3 key fobs. You can have 3 different seat positions. You can have heated seats, There's also an option for ventilated seats.
Right,
This car doesn't have that option, but there is the option to have ventilated seats as well. The odometer is customizable as well. On the left hand of the steering wheel controls the odometer. The right side of the steering wheel controls your center panel.
Right.
So you can always go back to home screen just from the touch of your steering wheel. You can go. This is touchpad as well. So
yeah, I learned that as we were moving along.
I know, I'm sure you were like pressing it, and
dude, I was like, on the way home.
It was
boy,
late. It was a late night.
It was a late night. I never drove this car.
Yeah,
boy, I was talking all kinds of stuff to myself. I don't like this button. I don't know what it does. It's really not that bad.
Yeah,
I highly recommend you sit down with a gentleman like this. Go over your car before you drive it. Do not drive it at night without knowing all these things.
Yeah, go over it.
Yeah.
The odometer, this is gonna be your cruise control. On, off, raise acceleration, slowly raise acceleration, cancel cruise control here. So you can go 1 mile at a time.
Okay.
But I would cancel that. And then over here is pretty cool. So if you go home, it's gonna give you multiple options for your odometer display. Navigate over to the GPS. Your GPS will display on your odometer.
That's so sick, dude.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool feature. If you ask Mercedes to take you somewhere, your directions will show up here, and it's gonna give you turn-by-turn direction. It'll also tell you the speed limit of the road you're driving on.
So, oh, there it is right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blind spot assist is cool. It's on your rear side mirrors. It gives you a little description of what it does. It goes.
Oh, cool.
We have 8 cameras on the car itself, so it's going to be always on, and I would recommend it to be always on. Of course, the electric stability control.
Well, what does that do? Is that like mag ride on a C8s? Is that like the suspension settings automatically, or what?
It's kind of like traction control.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what exactly the difference is between why they changed the name to electronic stability control. You have driving assist. So it's going to tell you as a car is approaching. If you have a car approaching on your blind side, it'll tell you that there's a car approaching on your blind side. It also has the gauge here, so you can have this on. I recommend for older customers, I guess you could say, this is a nice safety feature for them.
Right.
If they have an issue with turn radius, or they, this will always tell them if there's something.
Okay. I got you.
If they can't move their head back, if they don't
they don't
get a good angle, this will tell them that there's a car in their blind spot. And going back home, it'll give you some more options here. Service, it'll tell you when to get the car serviced. It'll display your engine level, the coolant level, your tire pressure as well as on here. Looks like we're good. Below 36, we recommend putting some more air.
I was getting ready to ask you that.
Yeah, 36 is the air. On the back side, you can go more. You can go 38, 39 if you want. Right. But 37 is a good level there.
Where's your mileage on the car on this? Like, how many miles do you have on a car?
It's going to be back on home.
Okay.
So it's going to be on your regular odometer. And then there's multiple colors that you can have. Sports mode is red, individual mode is going to be purple, and then comfort mode or classic mode is here.
This is so awesome, dude. It's not USB. What am I saying? Cigarette lighter thingy.
12 volt.
12 volt.
Yeah, 12 volt. It's gonna be where is it? It's right here. I have my hand on it.
There you go.
Right there.
That's it. So, cigarette lighter thingy, 12 volt. You get the point. That's what it has. And we're just gonna disregard the first time that I went in that direction. It's really weird. Yeah, that's an awkward moment.
Sorry.
Yeah, really awkward.
We got to know each other better. Back of the car is pretty self-explanatory. You have cup holds in the middle, armrest in the middle.
Yeah, bring that out. So, one thing I learned about that was the first push, you can put your phones in that little slot. Is that correct?
Yep.
And then if you push it in a little more, pushing out and in halfway. There you go.
Oh, okay.
And that's going to be for your cup holders.
Oh, that's nice.
So cell phone and cup holders, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nice. The vents at a turn, you can have the vents going.
I did not know that, bro.
Or you can turn them off.
Oh, hold on. So you turn it, this closes it?
Yeah, this closes it.
Oh.
Nothing come in.
That's so cool.
On.
And very tactile too.
Yeah, I know, like some cars,
you can hear it.
You can hear it, right? It'll click into a safe position, and then you can take it back to normal as well.
So, going on these, right, nothing in this car, listen to that. Man, it sounds like a trigger release. Nothing on the car feels or sounds cheap.
Occupancy protection. When you put your belt in, it's gonna kind of tighten up on you. It's a good feature. Sometimes some drivers turn it off. They think that the belt tightens up a little bit too much, but open and closed vehicle protection here. Interior monitoring, tow away protection. Interior monitoring is a nice feature. If you are ever going, if you have kids in the car or whatever and you stopped at a gas station, I would recommend turning this off. If they open up the car, the alarm will go on.
Gotcha.
With the interior monitor sensor turned on.
So
or
if
you start playing with anything, the alarm will go off. Tow away protection, self-explanatory. The alarm will go off if someone's trying to tow your car away.
Ain't nobody gonna tow my car, you tell them.
Collision notification. This is a cool feature. It's gonna take 15 photos of the vehicle surrounding your vehicle at any point that there's a SIM card that comes with the car. So if you get in a car, if you get in an accident, it's gonna automatically start taking pictures of your surroundings.
You don't need a dash cam or anything.
You don't need a dash cam, but a dash cam is an additional feature that Mercedes offers.
All right, so where are this car takes 15 photos?
Yeah.
Where are the cameras at?
There's 8 cameras that are surrounding your vehicle. The sensors also act as cameras.
Holy sweet Lord.
Photos are uploaded to your app, the Mercedes Me app, so you can access them through your phone.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's relatively smart.
That's after you get in a collision, right?
Yeah.
Then it takes the photos?
Yeah, it's almost instant. Yeah. It'll sense the collision and it'll
God.
And it'll
So
snap
when the
right
car
away.
thought he was ramming into the wall behind him earlier,
It most likely
did it
take photos?
You need to see if they're on there.
Bro, we gotta put that in a video if y'all see some random photos of me.
My second favorite feature of the car is the dynamic control. Here you can adjust your settings to how you want it to individual settings. So you already have it sort of adjusted. I'm not sure if you were playing with this.
I did, but couldn't figure out what this actually did.
That's your traction control. Econ is the most effective and most efficient mode to preserve gasoline. But again, this car is EQ. EQ reduces the emissions that the car releases. So as long as the car has the EQ feature, you never necessarily have to be in eco mode. Right. Eco really takes the power away from the car.
Gotcha.
Comfort is the most standard mode, and then of course sports is if you want to fly around and zip around. It really opens up that.
Yeah. So far in comfort mode, I've got 35 miles a gallon so far.
35 miles per gallon. And I actually checked that before we got in, and it's pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive, man.
Very impressive. Lights, you're gonna have your daytime running lights, which would always be on. I recommend that on because if it's raining or if it's foggy, those will just be on and cars will be able to see you, or people walking around will be able to see your car. It's also a little bit of a show off for Mercedes. It's a cool feature. Locator lights, that's the Mercedes logo. Interior light delay, which is nice. As you open up your car, the light will stay on for quite some time, but you can adjust that for how long you want it on and off. Ambient light is what we were talking about earlier. It shows you where the car lights up. You can also go back to manage settings, and it's going to go back to the screen.
It's so sick. I can't wait to drive this more at night. Yeah, I can't wait.
System is cool. This is where you activate Mercedes Me. You can say, hey Mercedes. I muted her, so she's not going to respond right now.
Look, she's trying.
But she's trying.
She's trying, Girl, I love you.
Online voice control is going to be if you want to be able to activate GPS, if you want to be able to ask Mercedes to take you to the closest Wendy's, to the closest gas station, take me back to the dealership. That's where Wendy's. That's where the Mercedes.
Oh no, she doesn't smoke.
She beat through it. How did she do that?
I don't know. You call her Wendy's.
That's why.
That's when she got upset.
She hungry, man. She hungry.
That's where the car is gonna be able to use as GPS and use the satellites in the area to take you through to the closest of whatever you're asking for. Suggestions. Here you can change through your user profile. Jeff is in here, Rachel's in here. I should have added myself when they bought the car, but I didn't think about that. But maybe one day I'll do that for other customers.
You do that, man. You do that.
Display is here. Display brightness. You can adjust how bright your screen is.
Oh wow, where's that at?
It's under display, under settings for systems. So you just go to display brightness and you can adjust the screen.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
It's daytime, so it's not really noticeable, but it'll be more noticeable at night.
Told you this is professional,
yeah,
bro.
man, this is fun.
Really professional.
This is pretty cool, actually.
Dude, it's the first time he's been on camera. He's doing really well.
This is gonna be. What did I do here? I went to home screen, so you can have 0 layer home screen, or you can have the classic look. 0 layer kind of makes it a 3D visual.
Okay.
The colors are a little bit brighter. It gives you a little bit of a more dynamic display here.
This looks like a grid from a plane or something.
Yeah, I mean, this is cool. They added it because some customers just like the classic aspect of Mercedes. Info is gonna have your operations manual that you can pull up at any point. You can also have one in here if you want to use it.
Oh, man.
This is gonna be, what did I do here? I went to home screen, so you can have 0 layer home screen, or you can have the classic look. 0 layer kind of makes it a 3D visual.
Okay.
The colors are a little bit brighter. It gives you a little bit of a more dynamic display here.
This looks like a grid from a plane or something.
Yeah, I mean, this is cool. They added it because some customers just like the classic aspect of Mercedes. Info is gonna have your operations manual that you can pull up at any point. You can also have one in here if you want to use it. Going back to radio, self-explanatory. Media is going to offer you whatever is on your iPhone.
Okay, whoa, that picture on there, sleep like a baby tonight, did not look right.
I don't know what happened, bro.
That was kind of, let's just not do that.
Everybody knows you, Jack.
Let's not do that. I promise you, we do not have any weird stuff on here, so I don't know what that was.
If we go back to info, we're going to skip over media.
Sorry, you two.
Sorry, guys. This is consumption screen. It's going to tell you your MPGs. Right now, from the start, from buying this vehicle, I remember we looked at it and it was at like 5, right? When it was at 5.
Yeah, it was kind of low.
Time you got in the car, but now that you're driving it a little bit more, it's changing. You're at 27 miles per gallon, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, for just sitting there.
In comfort mode, this is going to tell you how fast you're accelerating, the percentage. If you push your accelerator all the way down, it's going to be at 100. You can never push your brakes all the way to 100%, no matter how hard you brake.
Oh, wow.
Mercedes is designed for that, so that your brakes never lock and you don't wear out your brake pads. Yeah, and it's actually a really, really nice protective feature on there. Engine, it's just going to show you torque and your HP power if you want to do that.
Sweet.
So yeah, that was I think that's a pretty good layover of the inside of the vehicle.
Guys, that concludes this review. We're not going to film and drive because it is raining. I want to thank Elijah, his team, and everybody at Mercedes and Hunt Valley for letting us film. Like, share, subscribe. Say hi to Troy on his Instagram. Wife, you want to give him a thumbs up, your little thumb thingies? Yeah. And this guy over here, he has an appointment that he has to run to. So that's it. I'll see you guys on the next upload.